On this week's episode of Nikon's Birding Adventures TV, we're in the beautiful country of Israel, following the grueling 24-hour bird race, the champions of the Flyway. I can tell you something though, the teams on this race will probably be choosing a faster mode of transport. Let's go birding. Every year in March, over 30 teams from all over the world gather in the Negev Desert of southern Israel. They come here to participate in one of the most grueling 24-hour birding competitions on the planet. Spring migration at its peak, the teams comb the formidable landscape day and night in search of Israel's abundance of avian life. This is the Champions of the Flyway bird race. So this is the day before 12 o'clock when the race starts, and this is the share information period. It's 1 p.m. Jonathan's going to make an announcement, and there's no better way to get a bunch of birders to share information than this over here.
You need to open your eyes to this direction as well.
I think the thing about this particular race, and I think it's something that's going to be adopted into the World Series, is that there's a lot more communal spirit, that we're one giant fellowship.
Cheers while we are still friends here.
Cheers.
But as the afternoon hours flew by with communal spirit and the free sharing of beer and information, teams began to focus on their individual strategies. This is a race after all, and a race must have a winner. Communal, yes. But as the clock counted down to midnight, it became clear that the Champions of the Flyway is highly competitive.
My strategy for the immediate future is get some food and sleep.
Our key strategy is having fun, seeing a lot of birds.
We've kind of got a plan, but we'll see how it goes.
This guy's just trying to stay awake.
Full of adrenaline, yes. We're ready.
We're going to win this competition.
24 hours of non-stop birding.
Everyone's getting their muscles flexed and their adrenaline pumping.
This is what it's all about. Some of these people took this thing really, really seriously. They've divided these 24 hours to 20-minute brackets, and they need to be where they need to be every 20 minutes. That's when things get, sticky around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. When they're behind schedule, it's called the gray zone. You lose confidence, you see people break down, and anyway, it's awesome.
If you don't enjoy it, you can't win.
This is what separates the men from the boys.
Come on, guys, go for it, go.
We're out of here.
Hey, let's go! Come on, move!
it's really anyone's game, really. There's a good 7-8 teams that, are going to be neck to neck, and I really don't know, who to put my money on.
Champions of the Flyway, here we come.
So at midnight, 135 of the world's best birders sped off into the desert night to begin their quest to see as many bird species as possible in 24 hours. Most teams raced straight up north into the desert, whilst a select few decided to scour the best sites close to Eilat and get a head start on the competition. As the sun rose 6 hours later, the race was in full swing, and the welcoming sound of the Negev's dawn chorus signified an action-packed day of competition. This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, your world leader in optics since 1917, and by the Society for the Protection of Nature in Israel. Educate, love, protect.
We started about 3:30 in the morning, so 3.5 hours after everyone else. So we're probably going to lose.
Most of the teams besides the Americans headed straight up to the Negev Desert. One of the sites that all the teams will pass and sometimes stop at is the Avdad ruins. These ruins date back to 300 BC, and there's a lot of special birds around this Negev Desert region which the teams will be trying to nail down.
You guys know the blue rock thrush call, right?
Follow the ledge down.
Yep. In the scope, female. Got it? Oh yeah, got it, yes.
A little right of center.
Got it.
Nice one, Dougie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah! Blue rock thrush. Blue rock thrush. We're out of here.
All right, cool.
Quick question, Michael. You're doing everything in reverse here. You guys started south, you're now heading north, right?
Everyone else is doing it reverse. We got it right.
Only trouble is all the birds we find now won't help anybody.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah. Good luck. Come on.
This stunning vista behind me is Machtesh Ramon, and it's a beautiful, beautiful crater, a massive area, and one of the most important geological sites in Israel. Very, very stunning area and very good for migrating raptors as well. We've had lesser spotted eagles coming through here. There's loads of black kite here. We just saw a whole group of about 20 black stork, which was really, really nice to see, spiraling on the thermals here. And just look at the beauty. This is Israel at its finest. We just caught up with the South African team.
We really rushed to the north. We're slightly behind schedule. We missed a couple of birds because we were in such a rush. But yeah, I mean, we're doing quite well.
We'll tell you when we overtake everybody else.
So this is the Meisha Plains, and we've just come across a couple of the teams that have stopped in here very, very quickly to look for some larks like Temminck's lark, which you can see on these big flat expanses of plain in the desert. One of the most essential spots to hit in the north of the region is Sed Boker Kibbutz. And here this morning the teams had hawfinch, they had desert finch, they had things like Caspian stonechat, so a really, really good location for the teams this morning. The Finnish birders already have the edge in terms of technology that saves them from the tire and the exhaustion of birding with the migration. The Finnish stick might be something that gives them the edge. We'll find out. Behind me is the vulture feeding station close to Ben Gurion Memorial Park. And right now, we've got an Egyptian vulture approaching a steppe eagle at a carcass.
We're slightly behind our schedule, so we need to kind of pick up some time somewhere, so probably some fast driving and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see.
Cut a few things out and try and stick to the speed limit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Got something? You got something? Oh, well, there you go, there's another one.
Oh, did you get that on film?
I did.
This Birding from the Edge segment is brought to you by Nikon, manufacturers of the Edge line of optics.
There are many ways to get around in Israel. You can take a car, a bus. There are these great 4x4 vehicles you can take into the desert. You can even get around on camel. My preferred mode of transport, however, is the good old faithful Israeli tank. This is Birding from the Edge. This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, the world leader in optics since 1917, and by Hobie Mirage Drive Kayaks. Enjoy nature effortlessly. And by the Israel Ministry of Tourism. Israel, land of creation. The most productive site for shorebirds and other waterfowl is the salt pans just outside Eilat. This place has a staggering variety of shorebirds. We've seen common red shank, we've seen green shanks, we've seen loads of black-winged stilts. There's lots of different types of sandpiper. We've even seen some spurwing, lapwing here. One of the star attractions at the salt pans out of Eilat are the stunning flocks of greater flamingo, which accumulate on these salt pans, benefiting from the nutrients in the water.
Things have been going well. I'm pretty confident, and it's been really great, really fun to do, and the team members have been awesome, learnt a lot, good birding here in the Northern Hemisphere.
Israel is great, you know, it's especially a great place for birding, and you know, this is really the center point of all the birds that migrate from Africa to Europe and Asia. So for birders, this is a very, very special place.
One of the sites that some of the teams might want to visit is Holland Park, really close to the city of Eilat. And this spot is really good because there's a lot of irrigation here. They water some of the trees, so there are these little drips in the pipes, and that's where a lot of these more common birds accumulate. A lot of common species like white spectacled bulbul, laughing doves, and some pretty cool species like little green bee-eater and Arabian babbler can all be found right at Holland Park, just outside the city. One of the more common European migrants here is the blackcap, Eurasian blackcap. We've got one inside this tree, slightly obscured. That's got to be one of the most beautiful birds in all of Israel, the little green bee-eater. Very nice metallic green coloration and this beautiful bright blue face. What a stunner. Little green bee-eater at Holland Park. This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, your world leader in optics since 1917, and by Pelagic Polarized Sunglasses. These cool little furry creatures are hyraxes, and although they look like rabbits, believe it or not, they're more closely related to elephants. At some of the sites, like Machtesh Ramon, the teams had to be very careful not to be distracted by incredible wildlife like the Nubian ibex. There's a beautiful family of Nubian ibex on the hillside. These are members of the wild goat family. They've got long curved horns. In fact, the males can get horns curved up to 1 meter in length or 3 to 4 feet in length. And we've got a group here, moms and babies. These are fascinating creatures. They're also very threatened. Only about 1,200 Nubian ibex remain on Earth. Look at this, the way they cling to the mountainside with the little babies following them. They have quite a few predators. Wolves, caracal will take the babies, and even golden eagles will fly in and grab them and then drop them off the cliffs and feed on the bodies at the bottom of the cliffs. Wow, Nubian ibex. Late in the afternoon, with only a few hours of daylight left, a rare black bush robin was spotted at the Yotvata sewage works. This rare sighting had teams scrambling to get a glimpse of this charismatic bird. And some wasted precious time trying to add just one species to their tally. It's a black bush robin that's just been spotted at the sewage works at Yortvater. So you came out right over here, huh?
Yeah, over here we saw him first. Dutch guy saw him first. The one with...
There it goes.
Go there.
There, on the ground. Wow. What stunning views of black bush robin. See that tail pumping up and down. What a great bird. Holy smokes. Oh yeah. Probably be the rarest bird on the champions of the Flyway competition. Oh man, these are birds which you don't often see in the open too much. Very cool. What a mission to get here as well. We were lost. All the teams were coming here to look at the bird and we were totally lost. We were going round in circles and circles, and eventually we asked somebody at the gas station, where's the sewage works, and then we found it. But it took us forever to find this place. Black bush robin, our unexpected golden bird. See you later. We're off. We gotta go.
We're off.
Woohoo! The guy took off with his team member hanging out the door. This is just manic and crazy, but I love it. Champions of the Flyway. Woo! So this is the closing stages of daylight on the bird race, and most of the teams are heading down to the beach area now to pack in some last minute birding. So there's crazy rushing here, cars driving back and forth, people leaving. They're now heading down to the Red Sea to try and get some last minute gulls.
This is one of Israel's leading birder breaking apart in front of us right now.
It's the last time I participate in this. First and last.
Now is like crunch time. These guys, you see, they're stressing out to try and get, the last 3-4 birds before the sun goes down.
By midnight, the last of the teams had trickled in exhausted to the finish line at Eilat, and the judges counted the final tallies.
They are pretty tough judges, but we are pretty tough bird watchers also.
The list.
We aim to have good time here, and then our second aim was to really raise money for conservation of birds, and I think we managed to reach our goals pretty well.
Had about 2 hours of sleep last night, and and 10 hours of driving. I should say I can be a bit tired.
From the 4 groups that arrived already, we are probably better than last year.
Good morning.
Not the slightest piece of luck with us.
So tired.
Oh, I'm on fumes already.
Hey! What's up? Come on. We made it. Celebrating. We've made it to the bitter end.
Your list is solid, no problems.
Yeah! Champions of Flyway!
I'm off for another 24 hours starting in about 10 minutes.
Godverdomme.
The brains are fried.
The teams are not going to know the winners until tomorrow at the award ceremony. They're going to need to, simmer in their own juices for another night,
Exhausted. I haven't slept in 2 days.
I actually kind of forget what sleep is, but I guess it's that thing you do between birding and breakfast.
Migration. Lots of birds, lots of money for conservation.
Reminds me of
That's all there is to it.
All right, we gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next morning, with the winner still unknown, the teams gathered for the award ceremony.
We're about to take the official champions of the Flyway group photo.
Great opportunity to do what you love for a good cause.
It was amazing.
That was a great competition. That was one of the superb days of our year.
For the winning team of the international champions of the Flyway. And it really, really warms my heart to invite the Cape May Bird Observatory American Dippers with 168 species.
And so the second annual Champions of the Flyway came to a close. Some came close, ever so close, and others left Israel victorious. But the real winners were the birds of Cyprus. These gallant teams raised over $50,000 to help stop the illegal hunting of birds on this Mediterranean island.
Station floor, heading back to a place you've never been.